Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Football Now for the latest round of Premier League prediction previews. Like I said, we're giving our own predictions, running you through the betting odds as well. As you can tell by the title of this video, we'll be focused on Sheffield United versus Brentford, 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United now under Chris Wilder following the sacking of Paul Heckingbottom a couple of days ago at the start of the week. Chris Wilder taking charge in his second tenure at the club in a 2-0 home defeat to Liverpool last night. Before we get into that and all of things Brentford as well, Connor, do you want to talk us through those betting odds?
Yeah, all you got to do is look at the two positions in the table to know why the odds are the way they are. Brentford there, 10 to 13. You're getting around evens for them, just below that. I would probably stay away from this game because it's always difficult to judge how a new manager is going to settle in. Sometimes, how many times do we see clubs get a new manager bounce? I know it's not Chris Wilder's first game in charge. They played against Liverpool, 2-0 home defeat there to Liverpool, but they played well there, and Liverpool had to struggle to get that 2-0 scoreline. So it's not unfathomable to see Sheffield United get something from this game. Brentford did lose last time out, 2-1 to Brighton, although they have bounced back really after a tough start. But 1-0 loss to Arsenal and 3-0 Liverpool before that. They've only won 2 of the last 5. So even though Brentford have bounced back from what was a difficult start to the season, they're still not playing as they were last season. Strange to say because they are 11th. And, we have to remember that a few years ago Brentford were in the Championship. But yeah, I'm always cautious when a team has just brought in a new manager. So at Bramall Lane, wanted to play well in what I would say is the first proper game, and I say proper game in the sense that when you are down there rock bottom of the table and you're playing a team fighting for the title, it's sort of a free hit, isn't it? You don't really think that you're going to get anything from the game. So Chris Wilder will be looking at this game and thinking, right, this is where I can make my mark now because. Yeah. A few matches ago, I don't think Sheffield would have got anything from this game. Whereas now, a re-galvanised squad with a new manager coming in, you don't know. It's unpredictable. So, yeah, I understand why Brentford go off favourites, but I'd want to see a little bit more really from Chris Wilder's Sheffield United, just before I put my 50p anywhere.
Yeah. Obviously, if you've not watched the channel before, I'm a Liverpool fan. We played Sheffield United last night and 2-0, obviously away win. But there were moments in that game where Sheffield United looked dangerous on the counter-attack, especially, they were one ball away from a serious threat on goal. Again, it's under the lights. But like Connor says, this will be, almost the first game. Asking them to go and beat Liverpool on any day is a big ask, especially when you've had 24 hours into the new manager. This game, I'm sure they will be looking at and thinking they can get something out of at home. Remember a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking on here, Connor, weren't we, about maybe there's room for optimism now at Sheffield United when they beat Wolves at the start of November, and then they go and draw away at Brighton, but then they've had 2 losses on the bounce before Heckingbottom was sacked, 3-1 at home to Bournemouth, who were in and around those relegation places, or were. Now they've pulled away a little bit, and then a damning 5-0 away defeat at Burnley. I think as soon as we saw that, I think we knew that it was over for Paul Heckingbottom. He probably knew that as well as the game was playing out. But yeah, last night there's room for optimism. I think in that Liverpool performance, Brentford is a game which I'm sure they'll be feeling is a more realistic ask to get something from, especially at home. Brentford themselves lost in the week 2-1 to Brighton last night. Even before that, they beat Luton at home 3-1 and lost to Arsenal and Liverpool. So there's no harm in losing to Arsenal and Liverpool, like we both touched upon, pushing for the title. In terms of the injuries, it's quite a lengthy injury list for both teams, to be honest. Baldock, Basham, Brewster, Davis, Egan, Jefferson, and Norrington Davis are all out for Sheffield United, ruled out. No questions over whether they will return. In terms of Brentford, Ajer, Collins, Rico Henry, Alan Hickey, Shada, Tony, obviously Ivan Tony suspended. He'll be back next month. They're all ruled out for this game. And Josh De Silva and Matthias Jensen are also facing latest fitness tests to see whether they will be fit for the game on Saturday afternoon. You can see what we made of the Wilder appointment and the replacement of Heckenbottom on a video we did earlier this week. You can find that over on the channel. It's just a case, isn't it, Connor? I think we both conceded that ultimately we still feel they go down, and it's almost a pre-planning for next season without giving too much away. From that video, I'm looking at their fixtures after this game. Sheffield United, difficult game away at Chelsea, and an even harder game away at Aston Villa after that. Boxing Day, then they host Luton in a huge game for them. Again, without sounding too cliche, a real 6-pointer, as we say it. Man City away after that as well on the 30th of December to round out 2023. And you're looking at those games. I don't know where the points come from, apart from maybe that Luton game and this Brentford game. So I think it's a very a lot of emphasis, I suppose, being placed on this game for Sheffield United if they want to give them the best possible chance. We've spoken about the importance of this Christmas period, the amount of points you can make, or you can make up if the results do go your way, but the amount of points that you can lose out on if they don't. I think, Connor, we both feel, building on that video we did, that ultimately it's going to be a massive ask for them, right?
Yeah, it will be, but I guess sort of the positive that they can take is they aren't cut adrift. If they get one win, say they beat Brentford here, all of a sudden, the 1 point off safety, so things can change that quickly. It's not like they're sitting on 2 points. I won't mention it too much. I know we've mentioned it to death, but obviously Everton have got a 10-point deduction. They are appealing it. I do believe that at the very least will be reduced on appeal. It might even be suspended, but I think it will be reduced on appeal. Now, that dicks everyone else out of the bottom of the table because they don't know exactly what the playing field is. We've seen it before last season, for example, with Juventus. They had a points deduction, then it was taken away. Was it going back to them again? I can't remember now, but they had one, and then for a long time they were sitting in 8th or whatever, and then that points deduction got rescinded. So, and it just screws everybody else over because you don't know, the goalposts are moving all the time. So, that could be difficult for Sheffield. Say they just get outside of the bottom 3 or whoever it is come April time, then all of a sudden Everton's point deduction gets reduced by 4 points or suspended, and without a ball being kicked back in the zone. So, but as it stands, we have to take the table as is. Everton are still to play tonight, but taking the table as is, if say Everton do lose tonight and Sheffield United win this game against Brentford, then they're only 1 point off Luton in 17th place. So, that is the positive for Sheffield fans, and it is, even as much as I said that, yes, this Wilder appointment may be a bit of preparation for the Championship. If they can have a decent Christmas period, and they don't need to pull miracles off, I think 4 points between now and the end of the year is okay. Then they really give themselves a chance heading into 2024.
That's it, isn't it? That's the important thing, is just not becoming cut adrift, because the moment that you're chasing, not even those outside the relegation battle, but the moment you're chasing the teams in 19th and 18th places, when you really realise that you are.
We saw it with Southampton, didn't we? They had a bit of a rally towards the end, but it was just too late.
Exactly that. And that moves us on to the segment where we give our predictions. Sheffield United versus Brentford. I'm going to back Sheffield United here and Chris Wilder to get the 3 points. I've got a feeling that the stars might just align from on Saturday. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win. Look, I wouldn't be surprised ultimately by any result, but I'm going to go 2-1 Sheffield United. Connor, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to give Chris Wilder credit as well. I actually think Sheffield will get something. I think 3 points is maybe a little bit out of reach at the moment, but I'm going to back them to get a point, so I'm going to go 1-1.
There you go. That concludes our preview for Sheffield United versus Brentford in the Premier League Saturday, 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below for the prospects of Sheffield United. Will they stay up? Will they not? You can go and check out the video we did reacting to Heckenbottom being sacked and Wilder coming in earlier this week. And you can check out all the other videos for our previews for all of the other games this weekend in the Premier League over on Football Now. We're going to continue filming the rest of them. We will see you in the next video.